What?
My tripod.
That's my little 79-cent tripod. Trying to hear. Now, I just wanted to talk about old days, any memories you got, just so I can get it on film. Because I know nobody has written anything down, right?
Girl, when I'm trying to think, I can't think of nothing.
And that's why we're going to put it on video. And that's why we got all of you to help each other remember.
I'm not over enough
That's
that
it.
anymore.
Well, I think we should start with David telling the story of the cats in the dryer.
I don't know about that yet.
Well, that's a sad story.
That's a sad story.
You want to end with a sad story?
I think we just shouldn't tell sad stories.
Oh, boy.
No, David, tell a story.
Come on.
Angie don't know the story.
Oh, she don't. Talking about Julianne and the cat in the dryer.
Yeah.
Well, I was at home one night and minding my own business. I got to sleep. All of a sudden, I get a phone call. Frank, David.
Watch out, Jacob.
Dave. I said, yeah, cat. Dryer. I said, do what? Yeah, dryer. What's my cat? Just come on up here. I went up there and walked in and I said, what? Cat in the dryer. And that sure enough, she was right. And he was right. I ain't never smelled one. No, that's just one. One in the dryer.
This was in the bed with Brad.
But he's well done. And stinky.
Then she put one in the refrigerator.
Yep, laid on it, yep, sure did. Called me from, she was heading to work. David, I should have been used to it by then. She said, I'm going up the house and shit. She had the cat in the refrigerator. I said, do what? She said, open the refrigerator door and see if there's a kitten in there. And I said, okay. Went over there and I opened the door and I'm looking all around.
It's okay.
Decided there wasn't nothing in there. I was fixing to shut the door and all of a sudden something popped out at me. The cat was back behind it.
You get the idea that all the stories are focused on you.
Yeah, see, I was the youngest one. There was always
Y'all can tell about having
Now, Dad needs to tell that one
what's that?
about the shells that we gathered at the beach.
That Mexico Beach.
Yeah, we was down in Mexico Beach. And David Perry wanted some seashells put in the car. We got a sponsor.
Round the cake.
Next morning, we went out and put the suitcases in the car, and those things were
Don't
all
even share.
over the car.
Tell me about school.
That
Tell me what you know
They had
about
come
school.
to life.
Like your teacher?
out there.
She's nice. What did you learn?
We didn't want mom to know about it. Clean them up right quick, get them out.
Oh, no.
But she had already told you.
Yeah, she'd given us instructions.
Justin,
Let's go.
careful.
Tell me, you go to school too. No,
Well,
I'm gonna drop
that's
you
a
off.
plumber.
Need to put in there.
Wannabe. That's Harold Plumber. Wannabe.
Oh,
Careful so you don't fall. Bathroom sink was leaking, so he was gonna change the pipe or something. What?
J Trail.
So he takes the J pipe off, puts it in the water. And he looks around and needs somewhere to pour it, so he just pour it back in the sink. And I'm sitting there on the side of the tub watching, and I start to laugh, and he told me I needed to move.
I think he asked me to have.
Well,
Come here.
Bill, I had been to work that day. And I wasn't
That's
sure
Jacob, Jacob Ryan.
have a death notification today. I came home and started trimming trees. And the first one I came to, I just pulled it.
Look at old Brad, right?
Bill come running out there and said, Granddaddy, I'm gonna have to cut that one down. I said, boy, if you got anything to do, you gonna do it. And one day, I was out there and Bill came out and I took the lawnmower out and going around along the barn to check the oil.
You know, Miss Hallie?
Bill went running in there to his dad and said, Dad, Granddaddy cranked up that lawnmower and didn't check the oil.
Oh.
Then when Bill was having his whole Christmas trees out, he got a trailer hooked up to the lawnmower.
Now see, this is supposed to be about y'all 5.
It is.
Hooked up to the lawnmower. And Bill wanted to go out and get a tree.
Jacob, come back
So
over
he
here.
took off out there. He didn't come back. He didn't come back. We went out to hunt him, and he wasn't out there. But the lawnmower was on the tree.
Jacob, Jacob.
Come to find out, ran that lawnmower up on the tree and went home. I'm gonna get this mama do some work around there.
Yeah, he was having his mama decorate a tree, Christmas tree.
Yeah.
He was sitting there, he done took off all his clothes and his diapers, I guess, or underwear.
5 years old.
Oh, you was okay, excuse me. He was sitting there just
Everybody
like,
trying.
just like a perfect little angel hanging on his mama.
Now, keep in mind, I was 5 years old driving a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, that's what you was wanting to do. And Bill wasn't quite that old at this time. He was out there helping me sell Christmas trees. And he wanted to go home. I told him, okay. So I carried him out to the edge of the road, and his dog wouldn't let him go out the road.
Yeah.
Every time he'd try to cross the road, his dog would get to him and push him back. So I had to finally pick him up and carry him across the road to his pad. He took off home from me. I had more grandchildren than just Bill. He was the most outstanding.
Was you the most difficult to raise?
Wait, y'all remember that little
I had 2 other bad examples to follow.
Hey,
Well,
now.
you defend himself.
Hey, his wife is
Yeah, but I wasn't there either.
y'all remember that coat that he had? I don't remember what the name was.
Grown when we got the flash. That's the one I was trying to make.
Ginger was the one that was growing up so fast we had to
Yeah.
take back.
I remember when I was trying to break him. Been raining that morning, got on him, and that's what I call crow hops every time.
Don't
Jumped
put it
up
on the driveway.
both feet in the air. And come back down that last time, his feet slid out from under him. He went over with his left side, of course I did too. Down my shoulder into the ground, knocked me out. When I come to, I saw 2 heads right up above me. And so hit me, I said to myself, "These monkeys doing looking at me." And then it hit me, it wasn't monkeys, that was Daddy Perry. And I looked over there and saw that coach over there in the corner of the field with a saddle and bridle on. What was that horse doing over there with a saddle and bridle on? Now a little bit I realized, well, I mean, he just put you on the ground. And I won't get back on. They didn't want to let me get on him. I finally convinced them I was getting on him regardless. I got on him, then they won't let me go to the hospital. I didn't want to go to the hospital because I was scared I might miss my date.
That day we were friendly.
No. It was, no.
January.
No, it was what's her name? Oak Wind gal.
Oh, yeah, January.
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry Oak Wind.
Another time that coat made, the same coat made Terry pass
Yep.
out.
Yeah.
And Sailor's running
I was running.
instead of Hector.
Where was you going?
I don't know. I thought I was going home.
She wouldn't stay in that barn with me and Terry.
I did say when I came in, I was running in circles.
Oh,
You bleed on me, but don't pass out on me. That look like death.
Terry, they asleep for some tests. And he wanted to stop up at McDonald's. Get a hamburger. So we started. I asked him, I said, you want to go in? He said, yeah. Got about halfway across the driveway. He said, I got a hold of him and backed him up in the car. Finally got him in the car. I asked him, I said, you still want a hamburger? Yes, sir. I went in and got him a hamburger.
Hadn't had anything to eat for 4 days.
No wonder you couldn't walk.
Was the hamburger good after that date for 4 days?
4 or 5 hours later before I ate it.
well, you know, I stayed with Daddy all night long in the hospital one night. Getting up every 5 minutes to help him in the bathroom because I had to carry the IV pole and get him in there. He'd stand there, couldn't go. Go back and get back again and then lay back down by the time he had hit the pillow. Baby, I gotta go again. Finally, I don't know, about 6:30, 7 o'clock that next morning. Ain't had no sleep all night. Here it comes in. Well, glass pad, I don't think I even got home. Well, you know what they done? Put a cap in it.
Got over 1,200 cc's. The doctor said this woman needs to
Jacob?
test it.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dad, he should have handled that before you got there.
And when they took out about 4. So I had to have another one put in. Last one, I went to the doctor up at Riverdale. I told that nurse, I said, when you take this out, I want it. She said, what the world you want? You use a cap? I said, I'm going to cram it, I kept down the arm, cram it in him. I just put it in, he said, I ain't feeling it. It wasn't with me.
Yeah, you know, night he got gallbladder trouble.
Jacob?
He then called me.
Have a seat.
David, get up there. That's what I was looking that morning.
Yeah.
What, about 4:30, 5 o'clock, something. It was before daylight. So I didn't ask what time. I just went on up there. Come walking in the door. Then she come walking out. She said, I'm fixing to go get dressed. You go out there and decide where we gotta go. I didn't know what was going on. Went in, he was hurting, boy. I said, well, we're going straight to Sylvan Grove. She got there reloaded up. Went, yeah, boy, that's what, Griffin. We would head to Griffin, moving on. I mean, we were probably going 80 miles an hour off the boat.
You alright?
Still dark. GM sitting in the back seat. Daddy, he was all doubled over with pain. He looked up one time and looked over that speed on. He said, boy, you better not get caught for speeding. GM was sitting back there. She said, better him than me.
She probably had too many points on her license already.
When we finally got there, of course, boy, that was early Sunday morning, wasn't it?
No,
Saturday morning. I don't think they didn't get around to operating until what, Wednesday? Tuesday. Then after operating, we were all figuring things out, and I told myself, I'll straighten him look out there. GM said, you sure you can do it by yourself? I looked over and I said, yeah, it's a piece of cake. You got captain in. Well, GM went town.
I went to get me some supper.
Get some supper, yeah. She come back, well, before she ever got back, he started raising up, trying to take his gown off, trying to crawl out of bed. It was all me and Bill both could do to keep him in there. Bill looked up one time and said, man, he's strong. So, kept on. Finally, I got noticing. Every time the little blood pressure monitor would start beeping, that's when he was trying to get up. He finally started saying, well, you ain't gonna let me up. Somebody answer that damn phone. Alright. Well, it went off again. He started doing the same thing again. We finally figured out he was trying to get that gown off because he thought it was a blanket or something. Well, he was gonna get it out of the way before he could get on up. So I reached over and got his phone and I said, well, yeah, you answer. He put it up to him and said, hello. I'll sleep again. About the second time I had to do it, and he still getting right out of labor. I finally called the nurses. You gotta get down here and do something.
No. They were calling a nurse. Because Marilyn was at the foot of the bed holding his feet. You were on his left side trying to keep him from crawling over the guardrail. And I was on his right side trying to hold him down and keep him from crawling over. And that's when I said, go to the nurse's station, do something. Tell them to come do something with this machine.
But it was a malfunctioning machine, and so every time it malfunctioned, it beeped, and he thought it was a problem. So we had the nurse take out the bad machine.
Yeah, it was so funny. She come in and she looked, she said, Mr. Ridgeway, what happened to that nice, sweet little fellow we sent off to surgery?
Did he go? To which you replied,
They said all that happened, but
I wasn't there, I didn't see it.
see that. I don't think it happened.
It happened. I saw it. I didn't see it. I spent the night with it.
No, we didn't see it, we experienced it.
Yeah. And when Julianne got back, I said, Julianne, yes, I do need some help.
Well, I know y'all got some Uncle Frank stories too.
So what kind of?
Uncle Frank.
Now, what about potato pie?
Them nasty potato pie.
Them good looking potato pies. They look good.
They did look good.
Yep.
But they told it tasted like a salt shaker.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody going from home there one day, so I just thought, well, I'll make this potato pie. I found 2 or 3 cans of sweet potatoes in the pantry. Looked, found me a recipe, made it. Somebody come in and tasted it, talking about salt. They said, how much salt you put in here? I said, well, the recipe called for, I think, 3 tablespoons. They looked, they said, no. I said, yeah. It's no, it's a little T. That means teaspoon. Oh, okay. I tasted it, but sure enough, it was salty. So we had to go to the fair that night. I think that was the night you picked up your checks for having cows in the show, all the winnings and all. I carried them with me. I'd go up, had it all cut up, I'd hand somebody a slice, like I was just so proud of them. I said, how y'all like potato pie? Most of them said, yeah, pretty good. I'd be just laughing the whole time. There were 2 or 3 of us. What's the matter with you, boy? These things ain't fit to eat.
Hey, what?
I know Frank, he used to sit in the living room and look out the window, the garden down there. You can tell whenever a deer was down there, he'd pick up the rock and go out there and kill it. We were sitting in there one evening, it was raining, cold, Yeah, down there in the edge of the garden. He got up, got the rifle, went at the smokehouse, come down on that bed. He said, wait a minute, if I kill this thing, I got to catch it. Get the hammer back down real quick. Ease on back in the house.
And you know there for a while they had that 30-30 of yours, that leave action.
Yeah.
Here, somebody wanted parts to go deer hunting or something. And so I carried him that old 7mm balls the other night. I went in there about 3 or 4 days later. He said, Dave, your round will go in the corner. You take no home. You ain't got the 30-30 back yet, have you? No. I don't need that thing.
Why don't you put shoes back on, Blue?
He said, that thing like a blue counter.
I think that would be
He said, I shut that thing the other day. I couldn't heal for 30 minutes.
Out there. That's fine. Okay. Now, when you growing up, Mama ever walked up dishwasher, she said she didn't need one because she had some 5. Well, when Marilyn and Sarah went off to camp, somehow or another there wasn't nobody home but me and Harry. So Harry was supposed to have to wash dishes, wash and dry dishes. Well, I was gonna wash, and he was supposed to dry. Well, he kept saying he didn't know how. Show him. So I dry a dish and show him. And he'd say, I still don't know how, show me again. So I dry another dish to show him. And then he'd say, I still don't know how, show me again. Somehow or another, all the dishes got dried, and Harry ain't dried a dish yet.
You know the true story?
And he knows it's true.
He ain't said that, had he?
Yeah, he denied it. Well, of course, I guess he's saying, well, you was the stupid one that kept running.
Well, you remember that day that little Shetland pony run away with you?
Uh-huh, I showed her.
Yep. I run up beside her.
I ain't got over it yet.
Well, I run up beside you, was trying to pick you up.
I'm scarred for life.
Yeah, but you wouldn't turn loose of the saddle horn.
Well, y'all told me don't fall off.
You did, though, didn't you?
He drugged me down
I
the
finally
road.
decided I better get on out the way.
And then Harry brought her home and she said, Daddy said, I think we better take her to the hospital. And she said,
No, I want to die at home. Because my knee was standing wide open. And you broke your watch.
yeah.
Oh, man.
I was busted up bad. I'm still traumatized by it.
Yeah, I picked her up 2 or 3 times. I was riding sheriff along beside her, reaching out trying to pick her up. She had a death grip on that saddle horn. I let loose.
Mommy had to go back home.
Yeah. Finally carried him on back home.
Should have been all the time.
No, put your knee back up. I think you're supposed to turn the steering wheel all the way
Like
around.
that way dog we went and got one time. We'd stay there half a day.
Oh, that's a box.
You go one side and then there you go.
He had about 3
Yeah,
cats.
we went and got a box of, got him home and after they got 3 cats within the first 10 minutes. We had to go back.
Oh, I do.
I come back.
You had about 15, 20 kids. And she put them on the back steps, make them sit on the back steps. And while she was teaching, she was a teacher. I said, so she had them all in, trying to make them behave.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, at least that was something for those names, you know, you had the
Saucy
imaginary,
and Dizzy.
imaginary play dates.
Out there down the road.
And Ed's Kate had to set him a plate at the table.
What was the name?
Saucy and Dizzy.
Well, y'all remember that old 3/4 ton Ford truck I had, that first truck? That red truck. We was there at the horse show over at Thomas. We went to leave out. First place I come to was stop, and I didn't have a sign or brake on that except parking brakes. So I pulled over and I looked. I think I was trying to figure I didn't have any brake fluid, didn't have none nowhere. Everything was closed up. Didn't nothing stay open late back then. Plus this was on Sunday. So I said, well, I'm just far from home, 2 horses. We just gonna take it real easy, so slow and easy going back. So we can come on back home. I got just out of Thompson. Here was just wide awake from looking on. Here, sometimes Mama he was driving at the time. If you gonna be awake anyhow, won't you drive? I ain't driving. We eased on through Boston. Come on home. Get kid in town next day. Great.
Staying awake in case you had Flintstone.
Didn't have no license.
Oh, monkey.
Remember that?
I do.
I know y'all coming home from there somewhere and Daddy's grabbing them.
With a calf in the front seat.
Yeah. White face.
That y'all was smuggling out.
No.
Ain't nobody
No.
seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah, because George Martin didn't want nobody to see it.
They came out of a drink.
Yeah.
Just a little bitty.
Look at that little Nash Ramble out there.
Oh, and I can remember riding home from town in that thing with Bloom and Blossom and all of us, Eddie and that mom, all in that little bitty car.
Now, I can remember also coming to the sale barn with a calf in the back seat.
Probably when
Between
you
my
were bald.
legs.
Or made Daddy happy.
Oh, well, he needed
Oh, boy. Yeah, I bought one day, I was 16, 17, 18, somewhere along there. When I sale barn one Wednesday, before I went to sale barn, I stopped to talk to Frank Barnes. He was president of, what was it that time? CNS Bank. He was out in the front yard cutting grass. I stopped to talk to him. I said, I think about buying a couple cows and calves or whatnot. What possibility about getting a loan? He said, buy what you want, just go ahead and write out a check. Come on in and see us. We'll take care of it. All right. So I went out, I found a cow and calf, bought them. Went home, turned them out. Daddy drove up to turn them out. Come out there and, who's them? I said, mine. Shook his head. Well, look at that.
I was waiting for him to lose some money on the one that I was going to sort of give him a talking to. He didn't lose and then he get talking to.
I went and borrowed Mr. Austin Jr.'s little bulldozer one day. He happened to come home while I was down about where the boating house is now, fishing up some stuff. He thought I done gone and bought a bulldozer. I don't know where did I get that. I said, I got it borrowed from Mr. Austin Jr. Oh, okay.
Wait, it needs to go on record. When I started dating Ralph.
Yeah, it needs to come out.
Yeah.
Well, David knew Ralph because I had been dating Carol. And when I came home for Christmas and Ralph called me, I got all excited. And I go running through the house as Mama and Daddy and Davy sitting in the den watching television. And I said, that was Ralph that called us. And Davy reared up and he said, Ralph? Ralph Wilson? I said, yeah.
No, I said Ralph. Who?
Oh, and I said, Ralph Wilson. He said, Harold Wilson's brother. I said, yeah. He said, I don't know about that. So he reared back and said another word, and Mom and Daddy didn't say anything, but they looked at each other. But he changed his mind.
I don't know about that.
But 3 years later, we got married anyway.
Yeah, you did. Didn't do me but good.
I did. Remember that time in the first grade? We swapped seats all day long with Miss Garland.
Miss who?
Miss Garland.
Holly Garland.
And nobody knew but June Adams. She was in on it. And that afternoon, we go up to get in line to go to bus. We told her what we had done. Before we got home, I think Mama and Daddy knew about it.
Oh, Miss Garland, she had to mention way back when.
She got me because Daddy said we shouldn't do that to her. And I told Daddy that it was her fault. She should be able to tell us apart because Marilyn had a dimple in her chin.
And I think she had just told Mama a couple of days before that she had finally learned to tell us apart.
Big
Y'all
mistake.
proved her wrong, didn't you?
And the very next year, the poor lady had the Biles twins.
Well, honey, this summer me and Bill stayed next door to her oldest son. And he's just as goofy as she was.
Better delete it.
They all act just
When we got to the third grade, Miss Pettigrew made the mistake of saying she could tell us apart. So we came in one day with red and blue plaid dresses on. Marilyn had on blue socks. I had on red socks. She said, oh, I can tell y'all apart today. Because one of us got on red socks, one of us got on blue socks. We didn't do a thing to go to the bathroom and change socks.
It wasn't my idea.
oh, because she didn't want her nasty socks.
I think it was funny. She just don't want to admit that it was her idea.
You see what I had to live with.
See.
Hey. Justin, let Ridge play with it for a little while. It's Ridge's turn. Get up.
You know, y'all talking about Uncle Frank. You know what one of his things was saying was, somebody start talking about footwood. He shook his head and he said, before I go to footwood, I think I'd go down on the riverbank, sit down on the riverbank with a mirror and just sit there and watch myself slowly perish. Well, I think he didn't think much of footwood.
Sounds like he did.
One day,